This is the brand new Galaxy S24 Ultra, and man oh man, you iPhone users had maybe one compelling argument. But after today, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you iPhone users end up coming over to the dark side and getting y'all a Galaxy. And I ain't gonna lie, man, this might just be the phone of the year. With all that being said, let's get into today's video. First thing first, I am a true Galaxy Note user, and yes, I'm still rocking the Note 20 Ultra. And now, even though the S21, S22, and S23 were some amazing phones, they did lack one key feature, and that was the removable SD card slide. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Samsung, y'all heard me with this, man, because this is one of the key features besides the S Pen that kept me loving this phone. And one of the main reasons why I was like, nah, I'm not gonna upgrade, I'm gonna just wait it out. But 3 years later and we still haven't gotten this feature back. But nevertheless, this brand new Galaxy S24 Ultra does pack a bunch of features and upgrades that couldn't just be ignored. From the AI features, the camera, and all the hardware, this is just amazing phone. Now, let's jump straight into the build quality and the design of this phone. Now, me personally, I went with the matte black finish as I do every year, and all of my accessories are all black. So for me, this is a no-brainer. Now, to me, the low-key rawest colorway is in the S24 lineup, which is the all-purple finish. Now, for some reason, they do have the purple finish in the S24 Ultra, but it's a two-tone color, and I wasn't really rocking with that like that. So that's why I went with the matte black finish, and you really can't go wrong with that. Now, Samsung has took a page out of Apple's book with this year's S24 model being made in titanium. And what does that mean? You basically get a more premium phone and a much more durable phone when it comes to drops, dings, and scratches. And unfortunately, the S24 and the S24 Plus doesn't come in a titanium build. In fact, it comes in an aluminum build, which is no surprise as the rest of the S lineup from the previous years came like that. However, the average user probably wouldn't even tell the difference no matter if you was told or not. Either way, both of these phones are top tier. Now, when it comes to the phone industry in the last few years between Samsung and Apple, we haven't been really getting a fully redesigned phone. In fact, we've been getting more so of a remastered, refined phone. Nowadays, the real magic is happening under the hood of the phone, opposed to the actual look of the phone, which I'll talk a little more about later in the video. That being said, even though the S23 Ultra may look similar to the S24, there are some key differences. Like for one, on the bottom, the speaker grill on the brand new phone, it has a slit, from opposed to the older models which has like a grilled finish. Now, a major change with this year's S24 is the screen. Samsung has removed the curved edges and went with a flat screen design. And I ain't gonna lie, I really do not know how to feel about this, Samsung. What are y'all doing, man? What are y'all doing? I mean, y'all took the Note lineup from us and called it the S line. Y'all took the SD card slide from us, and now y'all trying to take the screen from us. Come on, man, Samsung. What y'all trying to do to us, man? For real, man. What y'all trying to do to us, man? Nah, but jokes aside, Samsung does claim that the flat screen does allow for more screen real estate when using the S Pen. And I guess people were complaining with the curved edges with using the S Pen that the pen was falling off the screen. And two, this should also help with the phone being damaged so easily, as now it's been covered by the titanium build. Now, alongside of that, we are getting an upgraded screen, coming from the Gorilla Victus 2 to the brand new Gorilla Armor, which should be way more durable when it comes to drops and scratches. And this time around, the new glass has this anti-reflective coating which should help you when you're outside in harsh lighting. And it's supposed to be 75% better than previous phones. And from my experience, I never really paid that much attention until I got this phone. It's also slightly thinner than last year's phone, which you probably won't be able to notice unless you have them side by side. Okay, so what's under the hood of this brand new phone, aka what is the new hardware? First, we got the brand new Snapdragon 8 Gen Processor 3, which is definitely a bump up in performance from last year's model, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now, right out of the box, if you want to take advantage of the full performance of this brand new processor, you'll need to go to the settings, then go down to the display tab and change from HD to Quad HD. This will give you the best viewing experience when using this new phone. Being said, we do have a 120Hz screen, which when browsing the website or even gaming will look and feel extremely smooth. Not to mention, they added ray tracing, which will also enhance your gaming experience, which makes everything looks more realistic. Controlling the shadows better, controlling the lights, and even making water seem almost realistic. Samsung also took it a bit further by adding a 90% bigger vapor chamber, which will keep the phone cooler for longer periods of time. So basically, gaming on this phone for hours should be no problem. We also got 12 gigs of RAM like the previous phone, an ultrasonic finger scanner, which should be slightly faster, which even when me having the older phone like the Note 20 was already fast. So faster is just probably gonna be crazy. We also got a much brighter screen at 26,000 nits opposed to the older models, which is 1750 nits, which should be plenty bright when you're outside. But you also still got the brand new Gorilla Armor, which has the anti-reflective coating on it, like I mentioned earlier. Now, even though we got the same 500 milliamp battery from last year's phone, the brand new One UI and new chip should help optimize the battery for longer periods of time. And I'm seeing with people's reviews, even after a full day of use, people are still coming home with about 40% battery life. And I gotta say, that's amazing. But for me, I'm never really worried about battery life when it comes to Samsung phones, due to the fact that it supports super fast charging and fast charging at 45 watts and at 25 watts. And it also even supports 25-watt wireless charging. So I mean about 30% of charging, depending on which charger you have, should give you about 50 to 60% of charging. Alright, now let's talk about one of the most important parts about a smartphone, and that is the camera. So this year, not much has changed. We still got the 12 megapixel front-facing camera. And on the backside, we still got 4 cameras, with one camera actually getting an upgrade, which we got the main camera, the ultra-wide camera, and 2 telephoto lenses, which one of them being the upgrade. All these cameras do a great job with taking pictures on a day-to-day basis, with nice sharp pictures, great dynamic range, better autofocus, clean nighttime photos, and a much faster shutter. It really can't go wrong. Now, on the other hand, the new telephoto lens might sound like a downgrade, going from a 10x zoom to a 5x zoom. But what Samsung did was add 50 megapixels to the 5x zoom. And what does that basically mean? When you're taking a picture in telephoto mode, it should give you a much sharper image due to the extra megapixel. Now onto the video side of things, which things are pretty much the same, but we are getting a couple of upgrades. We are getting better low lighting video when it comes to shooting in dark areas. They also added this cool feature where now you can actually switch between the lenses when recording. And in previous phones, you would have to stop the video and switch from lens to lens and then press record. But what I'm most excited about is the fact that we can now shoot 4K 120 frames per second on the smartphone, which basically means super smooth 4K footage in slow-mo, which is amazing. And for me, I was just considering on getting another camera, like the A6700. But since this S24 Ultra has this feature, I might just have to hold off for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, we gonna check it out, see what it's like. Oh yeah, and we can't forget what makes the S24 Ultra Samsung's flagship phone, and that is the S Pen. Now, even though much hasn't changed with the S Pen, we still got all the same original features. Like air gestures when you're changing music, or like when you're taking a group photo and using an S Pen to be able to trigger the shutter to be able to take the picture. Or just writing on the phone like it's a notepad when you're in class, or just jotting something down real quick. I mean, the S Pen to me is what makes the S24 Ultra stand out and worth the extra money. Alright, AI, and AI. Let's talk about it. Samsung has packed this phone with some very impressive AI features. One of the big AI features that Samsung has been pushing this year is the fact that they're trying to bridge the gap between language barriers for people, which I think is very, very incredible. For years, my girl has been wanting to go overseas, and for me, my biggest issue with going overseas is the communication and being frustrated with communicating. But with Samsung's new AI features, you can translate calls in live time and even translate a conversation with somebody in person in live time. You could even have your texts translated. So I can text in English to somebody who speaks Spanish and the conversation will go straight to Spanish. And vice versa. If they're texting you in Spanish, it'll come back to me in English. Now, as of right now, it only supports 9 different languages, but in the future to come, Samsung will be updating this feature and adding more languages. And I definitely see this being a useful feature for myself and many others. Speaking on text, Samsung has added a new AI feature in your texting app, which can help you rewrite the way you wrote a sentence to somebody. So basically what it can do is reformulate your sentence to be more professional, maybe more kind, maybe nice, maybe sad, happy. It could rewrite the whole organized way of how you wrote the text message and change the whole formula of it, but make it professional, one of those different type of styles. And what makes this feature super cool is because that's all integrated into the text app. So there's no third-party app that you got to download to be able to do this feature. Now, to me, one of the best ways to utilize this feature is for a person who runs a business. Maybe you're trying to send a message to a client and you want to make sure that message is being sent back professionally. And you want to make sure all the grammar and wording is punctual and correct. So again, I definitely think that's going to be a useful tool for anybody running a business. Another AI feature that's super cool is the fact that you can slow down any video. So, for example, if I'm shooting a video in 4K 30 and I tried to slow it down, it may not look that good. But now with Samsung's new AI, all you have to do is press and hold down on the video. And what happens is the AI analyzes the video and adds extra frames to the picture, which will give it a true clean slow motion. And that's crazy. But what's even more cool, that the video doesn't have to be recorded on your phone. So you can take any video that's stored on your phone and slow it down. But what's even more cooler than that is what AI can do with your actual photos. Okay, so yeah, AI can take any picture and enhance the photo. And I know that's normal, but it actually can do even more. What you can do is you can remove, resize, or reframe an object in the picture. And what's crazy about this is the fact that if you do move any of these items in the picture, what AI does is refill the picture as if that was the original picture. You can even take a picture that's not even framed right and reframe it, and AI will refill all the extra parts to what it thinks it's supposed to be. Let's take a look at a few examples that I did on my own. Alright, so here I'm going to show you a few examples of how the AI picture mode works with the little stars. Alright, so for example, we're going to go to my photo gallery. And this picture I took here a little bit earlier, but I cut off my my head a little bit. So I'm going to show you how the AI feature works. So you click the edit button. Alright, and then you're going to click the stars. And then we're going to rotate the screen. Right, so that way we can get a piece of my face back and get the reframing back in. So then at the bottom you click generate. I let it do its thing, and look here, and it's brought my face back into play. So look at the original photo. So click the original. See, my eye wasn't in frame. And now it's brought my eye back in frame. Alright, so let's try another example of this the same situation. Well, let's try another situation of how powerful the AI is. Alright, so here we're gonna remove this key light right here, and we're gonna replace it over here. Alright, so again, same thing. You're gonna click on the edit button. You're gonna click the stars. Alright, in this situation here, you're gonna take and circle the area that you want to move. And what AI is going to do is it's going to grab it, right? Now I can press and hold it and drag it over to the other side. Boom. So we're going to pick it and place it there. We're going to click generate. Click generate. Let it do its thing. And boom. It's replaced all the way over here. So originally it was on the right side, and now it's on the left side. And it also filled in the area so it doesn't even look like I moved it out the frame. So again, that is crazy cool for how AI can do these kind of things. I mean, and there are some times where it doesn't work 100% perfect. All right, but again, like I said before, that's how the AI works. Okay, so one of the last AI features is Google Circle to Search, which is actually super impressive. Okay, so basically what you would do is press and hold down the home button, and then the Google Assistant will come up. So what then happens is, after you circle the item, Google will then search up where you could purchase the item, what is the item, and even details about the item. For example, if you're on TikTok, IG, Facebook, Google, or if you even take a picture, it doesn't matter what you do. You can circle whatever, which is extremely dope, but the fact that it's integrated into the home screen just makes it very, very usable and helpful, which for me, I could definitely see coming in handy a lot, as I'm on TikTok and any of these platforms, and I do see items that I can't identify right away. And then if I just press the home screen, circle it up, and it lets me know what it is, that just takes the search out of everything and makes everything easy for me. Again, just knowing that the feature is on the phone just makes this phone just 10 times better. Just hands down, 10 times better. With all that being said, the brand new Galaxy S24 Ultra is the flagship champ right now, with the S24 and the S24 Plus being $999 and $1199, and the S24 Ultra coming in at $1299. And as of right now, Samsung is offering a free storage upgrade of 512 gigs for the same price as a 256 gig. So this is definitely a great deal, and I think you guys should take advantage of it if you can. And yes, 512 gigs is definitely more than enough space for most people. Now, this phone comes in black, gray, purple, and yellow for all phone carriers. But you do get your Samsung exclusives if you purchase from Samsung, like blue, red, and orange. Samsung even backs these phones up with a 7-year guaranteed software upgrade. You can even keep this phone up until 2031. And that's crazy and good, which is definitely dope, knowing the fact that you can keep your phone for the next 7 years. And like I said earlier, iPhone users only had about one compelling argument to me, which was the fact that Galaxy phones do not feel premium. Well, look man, at this point, Galaxy phones got the same shape, the same build. The only difference is the fact of the interface. I mean, look, at this point, all the stuff I just mentioned to you guys, this should just be a no-brainer. For real. It should just be a no-brainer. And I can honestly say, this year is the year, if you're an Apple user and you're interested in switching over to the dark side, this year will be the year to try one of the brand new Samsung Galaxy S24s. Again, I'm gonna drop the links down below alongside with my affiliate links. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to your boy. Nah. Scratch all that. If you got this far in the video, man, go ahead and tap that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to you, man. It's only right, man. Show your boy some love and support. For real, man. For real. I need that. And yeah, man, I got a lot more content coming soon. I need y'all to stay tuned. It is your boy, Party Boy, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. I'm out.